We are live. Hello, everyone. We are live. I'm sorry to repeat this. I'm sorry.
Oh,
well. Up as well. Anyway, yes, we are live. Welcome to round 3 of elections, everyone. We are joined by some of our members of the 2019-2020 Mafa board. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves? Who wants to start?
Ooh. Hi, I'm Abby. Do we say what we are? Or
Yeah.
like where we go?
Where you go, what your position is. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm a Cancer. I'm the Vice President Internal. And I go to Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis, or IUPUI.
Okay, Josh, you go.
Wait, hang on. I have to leave and rejoin.
Okay. Okay, it's Calvin.
Good introduction.
Kyle.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, Kyle, go ahead.
I'm Kyle Furtad. I was from OSU PSA, but I'm an alumni now, and I'm your outreach chair for next year.
Yay!
Wow, that's my successor. Okay, Naomi, you can go.
Hi, everybody. I'm Naomi. Call me Nai. I'm from Kappa Amelia Club at EMU, serving as Mafa's president for this year. Really excited to meet everybody in the Mafa sphere, and I'm really excited to work with this board.
Woo. Okay, back to Josh.
What am I doing?
You're introducing yourself.
Oh, hi. I'm Josh Russo. I'm the new treasurer for Mafa. I go to the University of Michigan Dearborn. I'm an incoming senior studying mechanical and bioengineering.
Wait, I didn't. Did anyone hear that?
You guys not hear?
It's really quiet.
Yeah.
Josh, you might as well yell.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Let me.
Oh, no, we
Get
can
up
hear you now.
close.
It's working now.
Can you
Are
guys?
you putting in headphones? Let's go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Better.
Better. Should I reintroduce myself?
You can do it if you want to.
Hi, I'm Josh Russo. I'm the new treasurer for Mafa. I'm an incoming senior at the University of Michigan Dearborn.
Yay. Okay. Now us old people can introduce themselves. There you go.
Okay. Hi. If you don't know me, my name's Sarah Hidalgo. I just graduated from Marquette University. I studied nursing, and I was the previous secretary for Mafa Board.
Yay. I'll have to just introduce myself now. Hi, everyone. I'm Mary. I used to be one of the co-outreach chairs. I'm an incoming senior at the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. Yay. Okay.
Yay!
Well, we're waiting for Rio because he's taking care of things at his apartment, but he will be on soon. Anyways, we just have some buffer time. What was my question that I gave you guys earlier? Oh yeah, what is the new board most excited for this coming school year? Anyone can answer this.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I'm really looking forward to meeting a lot of new people. So.
Woo! Anyone else want to say something?
I'm really excited to just learn more about all the Mafa member organizations and how they run their organizations and just like what makes them unique.
popcorn to someone.
Go, Kyle.
I'm really excited to work with this new board and get to know everyone on it, and I'm also excited to continue my involvement in Mafa.
Yay. How did you go?
I'm really excited also to like just bond with the new board because there's people I both know and don't know. So I'm just excited to see how everyone's like leadership style is and just for a really great year. Woo!
Woo.
Woo woo!
Woo. Oh, I have to send Rio the link. Oh, that's not it. This one. Oops. This one, brother. Okay, I think he's gonna join in a little bit. So I guess I can give a rundown of how elections go. Rio knows this.
Hey, everybody.
Yes.
Lolo Rio.
Rio, hey brother.
Mano
Hey.
po.
No. Please, no.
He will always be our brother.
Yeah, thanks for waiting, guys. I had like people getting showed around my apartment. It was a little bit noisy, but yeah.
Okay. Yes, welcome Rio. This is really weird. I don't really host.
Yeah.
Welcome Rio. You are currently running for Vice President External. Do you need the rundown of how elections work?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You have 5 minutes to present your speech to us, and then followed by we will give you 5 minutes for Q&A. We have some questions prepared for you. We have Josh over here keeping time. He has a timer set for 5 minutes, and he has time cards for the 2-minute mark and 1-minute mark. So you can like set your screen to him, and so you can keep track of your time. And I don't think I forgot anything. Yeah, so whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and present your speech.
Okay, all right. It's kind of weird being on the other side of this now, but okay. Hi, everybody. For those that don't know me, I'm Rio Viloria. I'm in my second year of the Master's in Human Resources Management program at The Ohio State University. Yeah, as an undergraduate student, I was pretty involved in the Filipino Student Association at OSU. I also helped reinstate a Filipino student organization at the community college that I attended before finishing my bachelor's degree at OSU. I've kind of have experience in a few Filipino organizations. So in the 2017-2018 school year, I was a co-vice president external and Mafa representative for OSU PSA. As my first experience on the board of a Mafa organization, I learned a lot about a few things. I learned about event planning by helping to plan and participate in the programming for the annual Barrio celebration that we have in the fall at OSU. For that event, along with organizing some of the programming, I also helped secure housing for 92 guests that came from outside the Columbus area. And that year, I also facilitated a workshop for the first time at MFAS. That was probably one of the highlights of that year, because it was just really rewarding to create and host a workshop after having been an attendee and had such a great time at MFAS in the previous year. That was something that I'll definitely remember for a long time. So also in that position, though, I learned how difficult it can be to communicate effectively and courageously with my fellow board members. I think personally I learned best by recognizing the mistakes I've made. And after my time on OSU PSA's board, I think I learned a bit more about keeping open and regular communication with the other board members to maintain a strong relationship, and that'll facilitate better work. So also this past school year, I was elected to the position of vice president internal for Mafa. And throughout this year, I had an opportunity to improve my communication skills by helping to address and resolve several conflicts. Some of them were more challenging than others, but overall, I'm happy with how I facilitated some of those difficult conversations. Another big challenge for me was planning the Mafa leadership cohort. And I'm really happy with the workshops that I did. I created it and facilitated over video chat 4 workshops. But I think I could have organized the program better, specifically by keeping in closer contact with everyone involved and making sure everyone knew what they were doing, and keeping everyone and myself accountable. That was a big challenge for me. But that kind of leads into what I think was the biggest lesson that I learned from this year, which is learning where my limit is, and understanding when I'm really burnt out, and doing what I can do to prevent that, or work through that. I had to make a lot of adjustments this year by graduating, and adjusting to a internship schedule, and also like grad school. But I think that if I were to be elected again to Mafa board, I think knowing the responsibilities and kind of the busier times and what it takes to be an effective board member, I'll be able to plan around that better. And I think if I had another shot at it, I'd do a better job. I think that I'm well positioned for the role of VPE because I've had experience on both the Mafa member organization and Mafa board itself. I also think that through my student and work experiences, I've developed strong written and verbal communication skills, which could be used to help expand Mafa's network. I go into a little bit more of my plans for that in my application. But finally, as an alumnus who's been heavily involved in Mafa, I think I can use that experience, that personal experience, to build out a Mafa alumni network. That's kind of why I think I'd be good for the role.
Yay! Thank you for your speech, Rio.
Thanks, Kyle.
Wait. I'm not Kyle.
What did I do?
Wait.
What did I do?
Never mind.
Okay, Rio. I'm sorry. Okay, moving on to Q&A. Like I said, we have 5 minutes for Q&A. So I'm just going to go ahead with the first question. In your application and a little bit in your speech, you mentioned creating an alumni network for people previously involved in Mafa. Do you have any specific ideas on how you would create the alumni network?
Yeah. So I think I would first, I guess, start off by utilizing the co-outreach and the president's chat, I guess, and contacting them to ask them to reach out to recent alumni, and then kind of spread it through that kind of the connections that the people have with recent alumni who are currently involved in the orgs now. They'll reach out to the people they know, and then it'll kind of spread through that. I'll also work closely with the director of multimedia to publicize it on a lot of the Mafa, the different platforms that we use to send messages. I think first I'd love to start just by building a presence on social media for the alumni network. I think that's how a lot of us were connected through Mafa while we were in undergrad. And I think that would be my first step, just building that first. And then we can, once we have a strong, like people know what it is and there's people that are following and engaged, then we can think about doing other like really exciting things like job boards and alumni events and things like that. But really, it was laying that foundation first is my first priority.
Okay. Next question. I know you you mentioned some of this in your speech, but what are some valuable skills and lessons you have learned from serving on 2018, 2019 Mafa board, and how do you take these lessons and experiences moving on to next year's board?
Yeah, I think the biggest one was, again, learning where my limits are. But I think I learned a lot more about, I think I developed my like time management and organization skills, throughout I guess my life. Like that hasn't really been the strongest thing for me. I've kind of been, just getting by on certain things, but I really had to plan things out better this year to get the results that I wanted. And it's a constant process, but it's something that I had a chance to develop this year and something that I want to keep developing. Yeah.
And then we have one more question. How would you help new and growing organizations feel welcome to the Mafa community, and how would you help them if they were to be interested in becoming affiliated with Mafa?
Yeah, I think learning a little bit more, getting a better understanding of Mafa and how all the member organizations fit into it this year. I learned that it's not. I think being affiliated with Mafa is great, but I think we can do better with like making people feel like actually welcome. There's a lot of different schools and a lot of different people that make up the population of those member orgs, and everyone has a different personality, and every school kind of has a different personality in the way they operate. So I think me personally, I would like to do better with like keeping up communications with folks like leaders in those organizations and just like testing that out. I mean, quick messages or little touch base meetings that, aren't really that hard to set up if you just reach out to somebody. I plan on doing that a lot with the member orgs, and also with other organizations that we'd like to connect with, because I think if you just can talk with somebody, on a video chat or a phone call, you can really get a lot done. So yeah, just hearing out their needs, I think, and working with my board to see what we can do to make them feel more welcome. It'd just be like listening would be my biggest thing that I'll try to do.
Okay. I don't know if anyone else on board has any questions. No one sent anything to our Facebook. So I think that's all we have for you, Rio.
Okay.
This is so weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were free to go, Rio.
Okay. Well, no, I think I'm good. I think I'm all right.
Thanks, Rio. Thanks,
Yeah.
brother.
All right. Thanks, y'all. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Love you, brother.
Love you too.
Well, that was our only candidate. So yeah, that concludes round 3 of elections. I'm just gonna turn off the broadcast now. Goodbye, everyone. Bye, everyone. I don't know who's watching, but goodbye.